Hey, good morning, guys. It's Friday, and we have survived one full week of digital learning. Who would have ever thought? Well, we're going to keep it moving. So the first thing I'd like you to do is let's go ahead and take out your homework from yesterday, which was plotting and labeling points on a quadrant. And it looks like this. So I want you to check several things, okay? I want you to check, obviously, that you have plotted all the points in the correct locations. I want you to check that the signage on each of your quadrants is correct. So for a point to land on quadrant 1, both numbers have to be positive, positive. For a point to land in quadrant 2, your points have to be negative and then positive because you have to move to the left first and then up. For a point to land in the in the third quadrant, both of your numbers have to be negative, negative, because from the origin, you have to move left first and then down. So left and then down, both of those directions indicate negative, negative. For quadrant 4, for a point to land in quadrant 4, your numbers must be positive and then negative. Why? Because from the origin, you're going to go to the right and then down, and then your point will land in that quadrant. All right, now there are two special points that I want to point out that they did not land on a quadrant. Look at point Q. Q is right here. So it actually landed on the x-axis. So I marked that. And R is up here. It landed on, this is the y-axis, so I marked that on the paper, okay? When a point lands on an axis, you have to say it landed on the particular axis. You cannot say one of the quadrants because it's not on a quadrant, okay? And if a point lands right here, then you must call it the origin. All right, check out the bottom section. I'll hold that up. Pause it, analyze, review your work. If you would like to pull the PDF file to review it more clearly, you may do that. Let me point out just one point, and that is point C right here. You can see that it landed on the y-axis, but it's right in between -5 and -6. So C is going to be 0.0, -5.5. All right, make sure you have that correct. And then, of course, check the other points that you were supposed to add to your coordinate grid. All right. So today's lesson, we're going to continue on graphing. We're going to stay on graphing today and possibly Monday, maybe Tuesday. Today's learning target is being able to find distances on the coordinate plane. So it'll be a fairly easy lesson if you understood how to plot your points. So basically we're going to be putting 2 points on the grid, okay? 2 points on the grid, and we're going to count how much distance is in between those, okay? We're going to be doing a little bit of problem solving today with we're going to do 9 problems together, and then you're going to have some independent work to do as well. Okay, so let's get started. On your attachments for today, you have, please refer to this first document. Okay, we're going to be working in this area first, and then we're going to move from there. Okay, so if you have printed this, go ahead and grab that paper. If you do not have this, go ahead and get your notebook, paper, and your pencil ready, and you're going to have to sketch a grid. So you might want to pause and take some time to do that. All right. So the directions are to graph the pair of points and then find the distance between them. Now you can notice that none of these points have labels with them. And I don't really like that. So we should go ahead and label them so we know what points we are talking about. And by the way, I'm sorry I'm so close and personal, but I had to pull the computer really close to the whiteboard so that you can see the grid and what I'm plotting. All right. So let's call this point A. That one will be B. Let's go C, D, E, F, G, and H. Okay, now we're all set. Now we'll all be talking about the same thing when we refer to a particular point. So I know you probably can't see it from the video, but point A is 4, -4. So we're going to go ahead and plot that, okay? So 4, -4. You're going to start at the origin. You're going to go 4 to the right, and then 4 down. And wherever they meet, you're going to put a point, and we're going to label that A. And then we want to plot point B. B is 1, -4. So from the origin, we're going to go over to 1. See, notice it's between 0 and 2. So 1, and then go down to -4. So just travel along that line, and that is going to be B. Okay, and the directions were graph the pair of points, which we have done, and then find the distance between them. So now let's count how many units are in between points A and B. So this is going to be very easy. So I'll go to A, and to get to B, I have to travel 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks. So it is 3 units away from each other. Okay, so the distance between point A and B is 3 units. That's fairly simple, right? That's what we're going to be doing the whole lesson today. So I think maybe we can pick up the pace. Okay, C is 2, -5. So start at the origin, go to 2, go down to -5. So that's between -4 and -6. So that's going to be right here. And we're going to label that C. And now we need to plot point D. +2, +3. So start at the origin, go 2 to the right, and then up 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there, that's point D. Okay, now we need to determine the distance between C and D. We have a longer way to go here. All right, I'm going to start at C and count up. I'm counting full blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units apart. All right, you can go ahead and try 3 and 4 on your own. Pause me and then check back in to see if you got it right. All right, E is -1, +3. So I'm going to travel from the origin, go to the left 1 because it's negative. -1, +3. Your E should be right there. F is +5, so that's going to be between 4 and 6. And then go up 3. That is F. And now I'm counting the distance between E and F, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And G and H, G is -6, +1, label it G. H is -6, go to the left, and then -2, which means go down 2. That is H. Distance in between them is 1, 2, 3 units. How did you do? Pretty good? Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn to the following page where we have some problem solving. So we're going to work on 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 9 will be the last one that we work together, and then you're working on your own. Okay, so let's refer to 5 and 6. Okie dokie. It says, the directions say, the map shows the locations of several areas in an amusement park. Each unit represents 1 kilometer. How far is the Ferris wheel from the roller coaster? So find those areas. Where's the Ferris wheel? Where is the roller coaster? Ferris wheel, roller coaster. We're counting the distance. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 units. But it says that each unit represents 1 kilometer. So if they're 4 units apart, then that means that the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster are 4 kilometers apart. Okay? Try number 5 on your own. Is that number 5? I'm sorry, guys. Hold up. No. Try number 6 on your own. Pause me, and then check back in. All right, let's see how you did. The water, how far is the water slide from the restrooms? So water slide is over here. Restrooms over here. Counting the distance. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units. So should I write 7 units? No, we're talking about distances in an amusement park. So each unit represents 1 kilometer. How many units did we have? 7. So this should be 7 kilometers apart. Okay? Questions? If you have any, you know my email. Email me so I can help you out. All right, moving on to 7 and 8. Seven and 8, here we go. Okay, on the coordinate plane, each unit is 1 mile this time. On the coordinate plane, each unit is 1 mile. 7, what is the distance from the school to the library? So I'm going to highlight those. School, library. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, but each unit is 1 mile, so 5 units. 5 units times 1 mile, that equals 5 miles. We should choose D. D is our correct answer, okay? And number 8, what is the distance from the theater to the school? All right, theater's over here. School's up here. I'm counting. We're going by miles. Actually, you could just do miles since it's each unit to 1 mile. So I'm going to go 1 mile, 2 miles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles. C is our correct answer. See, it's not that hard today. Now, the next one might cause you a little bit of trouble because we have a lot of comparing to do. So go to number 9. on your page. Okay, so the coordinate grid shows the locations of the desks of the teacher and some of the students in a class. This is not all the students in a class, it's just some of them, all right? And we're going to go through and read what we're supposed to do. This one says, which of the following statements about the map is true? All right, so let's see. It says, Andre sits closer to Simone than to Maria. So I'm going to make some notes on the board. So we're looking at Andre to Simone, and we're going to compare Andre to Maria. We're going to see if that's true or not. Okay, this is A. Let's see. Okay, so Andre is closer to Simone than to Maria. Andre's here, Simone is here. So Andre to Simone, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Andre to Simone is 5 units away. Andre to Maria is 1, 2, 3, 4 units away. Okay, now let's go back and read the statement. Does Andre sit closer to Simone than Maria? No, look at that. Andre sits 5 units away from Simone. So he's actually closer to Maria. So is A true or false? Good. This one is false. So we cannot use A. A is not a true statement. Okay? All right, let's go down to B and see what's up with B. B says the distance between Maria and Cody is equal to, okay, let me make some notes. Maria comparing to Cody. Let's first get that, and then we'll do the absolute value work. So where's Cody? Oh, down here. Cody, Maria. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Maria and Cody are 7 units apart. But it says that that distance, the distance of 7, is equal to the absolute value of -4 minus the absolute value of 3. Well, before you can answer that question, you have to solve what's inside the absolute value bars first. We have to treat this like an expression. So, what's the absolute value of -4? That means what is the distance of -4 away from 0? It is 4 spaces. What's the distance of +3 away from 0? 3 spaces. Now you see that minus sign? Slide it down because we have to finish calculating. All right, well, 4 minus 3 is 1. Go back to your statement. The distance between Maria and Cody is equal to this calculation. Is the distance of 7 equal to 1? No, it's not. This statement is also false. It's not going to work. All right, going down to C. C says, the map shows 3 desks in quadrant 1. Well, we know that quadrant 1 is right there. But how many desks are in quadrant 1? Well, we do have Mark and Maria. That's 2 desks. What about the teacher? Is the teacher in quadrant 1? No, the teacher is not on quadrant 1. The teacher is on on the y-axis. So the y-axis doesn't get to be on a quadrant. So actually, C is false because there are only 2 desks in quadrant 1. So that's false. That is not true. Uh-oh, that leaves us with one last answer. But just because it's the last one doesn't mean you should be like, oh, okay, that must be it. You still need to check it and verify that D is the correct answer, because we could have made a mistake up here. All right, let's see what's going on with D. D says the distance between Maria and Andre is equal to the absolute value of -2 plus the absolute value of +2. All right, I'm running out of room, so I'm going to put my work for D down here. So we already calculated that earlier. We know that the distance from Andre to Maria is 4 units. If you didn't do that, you can just go back to your coordinate grid and verify it, and it is 4 units. Okay, but that 4 has to be equal to this absolute value expression they gave us. So let me write it out. So absolute value of -2 plus absolute value of 2. Solve that. So how far is -2 away from 0? What is its distance away from 0? 2. What is +2's distance away from 0? 2. Bring down your plus sign. Finish calculating. And 2 plus 2, that's going to be 4. That is equal to Andre and Maria. So D is the correct answer, and we verified it. Okay, so for number 9, we're going to go with D as our correct answer. So that's it for today's lesson. What I want you to do is you're going to continue practicing. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, and the sheet that you're going to do for independent practice, it's a little like a make-believe town. And you have 7 different problems, word problems, that you have to plot on the grid. You will have like make-believe areas like the library, a pizza delivery place, a convenience store. And so you're going to use this grid right here to determine the distances and points that these problems are asking you to solve. So you're going to take care of that on your own, and I will see you back on Monday. We will check these answers on Monday. Okay? Have a great weekend.